My name is Ed, and welcome back to part 4 of what if Gyutaro was never turned into a demon. Let's go. Anyway, sorry about that long one. I fucked up. I fucked up the last one, and it really pissed me off. It's whatever. Let's just get into this. So last time we left off, Gyutaro had his first sparring match with Toma, his sensei, master, whatever you want to call him, person who's teaching him how to use a sword, or be more specific, a katana. So again, he would fight, but he would Toma would hit him in the hand about a lot. His form sucked, and it allowed Toma to block him. It hit him and counterattack him a lot. So every time he'd hit him in the hand, and he would drop the sword, and it would hurt. By the end of it, his hand was red. By the end of it, his hands were fucking red. So, but Toma did compliment on him on how he had a lot of strength. His strength was amazing, and his strength was great, but it just that his form sucked, so he needed to train on his form. So we go on to the next day, and Toma gives Gyutaro an actual katana, like an actual sword made of metal and all that. And he's like, alright, so now follow me. Now follow my lead. As Toma would raise above his head his sword and swing it down. And he's like, alright, so take that same exact form and do that same exact thing I just did. As Gyutaro does. And he swings it. And he's like, and Toma's like, good. Now do that 100 more times. And Gyutaro is a bit more confident in himself. So he does it 100 more times. He doesn't complain about it at all. So, he does it. And, he's just a little tired. He's like, oh, you did it great. And, Toma's like, you did that great. Now do it 100 more times. He's like, okay, I'll do it. He does it. And he's a bit more tired, Hold on. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's a bit more tired. And, he's like, he's like, okay. So he does it 100 more times. And, he's like, oh, great, you did that great. Now, let's make it a bit more better. Let's do it 300 more times. And he's like, wins, Gyutaro's like, hold on, 300? Like, I'm not doing that, old man. He was like, and, Toma's like, who you calling an old man? Do you want me to hit you in the back of the head again? He's like, you want me to hit you in the back of the head again? He's like, old man, are you threatening? As Toma hits him in the back of the head. He's like, what did I just say about calling me old man? But anyway, if you could do 200, what's stopping you from doing 300 more? So do 300 more. He's like, Gyutaro does 300 more. He's really tired. After he's like, okay, I did this 300. Now what? And he's like, good. So Toma takes the sword away from him, and he's like, okay, now drop down and give me 100. And he's like, what? He's like, drop down and give me 100 push-ups right now. And he's like, I'm not doing that. I'm tired. He's like, does it look like I care? You want to kill demons, right? He's like, not really. The reason, he's like, I don't care for the reason why you're here. The reason why you're here is to train to become a demon slayer. So technically, you do want to kill demons, which means you drop down and give me 100. Gyutaro's like, God, as he's like, he curses under his breath. He's like, God damn you, old man. He's like, Toma's like, what was that? And he's like, nothing. I didn't say anything. As he does 100 push-ups. And he's like, okay, I did the 100 push-ups. He's like, okay, good. Now I want to see you do it 100 more times. And he's like, 100 more times? 100 more times? Toma's like, yeah, I mean, I think it would be better. And he's like, he's like, for fuck's sakes, old man. And, again, Toma hits him, and he's like, what did I tell you about calling me an old man? And he's like, fuck, I'm not gonna be capable of doing this. And he does he does 100 more, and it's really tiring. And he's really tired. And he's like, okay, I did the 100. Can I rest now? He's like, yeah. And Toma's like, yeah, you can rest now. Well, not now. Yeah, you can rest after, you go on a 1 kilometer run. He's like, a 1 kilometer run? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Go do that. And he's like, I'm not doing that. He's like, Okay, I don't think I need to tell you. I don't think I need to tell you about that. But if you don't do this, if you don't do that, do you want to do the same thing we did yesterday? And he's like, you know what? And Gyutaro's like, you know what? I want to still be capable of using my hands after this. So I'll just go on the run. And he does a 1 kilometer run. He comes back. He's like, I'm, I'm finished. Can I please eat something? And he's like, yeah, you can eat. And he's like, yeah, you can eat. You can rest. You're done for the day. But first, go take a bath. You smell terrible. First, go take a bath. We don't want you smelling like how you used to. And trust me, I don't want to try to get that stink out again. It took forever. He was like, okay, I'll do that. Basically what they have for like a bath is just this little bucket. Like, it's not a bucket, sorry. This little barrel. It's not little either. It's a bit big. It's like big enough to fit a person in it. And he goes into it. And it's not like a barrel, like an actual fucking barrel, and you just fill it with water. I mean, like, it's a bit more wide of a barrel. It's like actually like you can just like, if you stand in it, it would go up to like a little below your knee, basically. So like you actually have to sit down in it. So he sits down in the barrel, and he's in that little barrel thing. And he's like, oh, and he has like this, like the first ever soap ever fucking made, basically. Which I don't know if they had soap back then, but fuck it, because like we have to get that stank somehow, and I don't know anybody else other than with soap. So it's a really bad soap, and it's like it's not like the smell's not too incredible, but it works. You got the smell out. So he's like scrubbing himself and all that. He's like, I never knew taking a bath could be this relaxing. As he's like, he's tired. So he's just having a relaxing bath, basically, and after that he eats and goes to bed. So we go on to the next day, which the next day he basically does the same thing, and he does that pretty much every day, except for once a month, every month, he does another sparring session with Toma. Now, every sparring session, he slowly becomes more better at what he does. His form becomes better, obviously. So, in the second one, he was better at doing it. With the first one after the month, he was better at doing his thing. But his strength went down. Like he was more focused on the form than putting in strength behind it. So then they continued doing it, and they would even it out to the point where his form was good, and his strength was good. Like he was still capable of doing it now. And then they just enhanced that. They just enhanced it, basically. So his form slowly grew with his strength, as he became stronger and better at using his form, and at some point, well, not now, obviously, but at some point he would perfect his form, which then means he can just grow his strength more, and it wouldn't matter. But obviously, he just hasn't done it now. So, and let me explain a bit more about this. So every day he would get about like 1 hour to do some stuff in the morning, and that's it. Just 1 hour to do stuff, and then he gets into training. Afterwards, he has about 3 hours to do stuff. Take a bath, eat, that's it. Go to bed, that's it. But in the first hour, he basically takes about 45 minutes to train, or to be more specific, a warm-up, or a bit of a warm-up before training. And that warm-up's not with a katana or anything, but it's with a sickle. He's still training with his sickle. Because, he's good with using it, so why not use it more? Why would he just settle with a katana? He could still use a sickle. So he continues to train with a sickle. Get better at using it. So he uses 45 minutes of his own time, of his own free time, to do whatever he wants to train. And then he gets into it, and he kind of uses it as a little warm-up, so when he gets into the actual training, it's not as bad, And then afterwards, once he's done, he takes a bath, he eats, but he also continues to train. He takes at least an hour and an hour and a half of training time. So, and then the rest of it's just rest, eat, take a bath, sleep. That's it. That's all the time he gets. That's it. So his stamina is fucking insane. It's crazy. His stamina is very good. It's basically around Hashira level, if not higher. Because now this is just something I'm making up because, first off, who the fuck does that kind of shit? Who the fuck trains all day? every day. So basically, he has no days off, no nothing. He just trains all day. That's it. So his stamina is amazing, and like with his running, he's not the fastest in the world. Like, he's not fast, or well, he's not the fastest. He's fast, but he's not super fast. Well, not yet. He will become faster and stronger and over the time to go through this. But yeah, moving on from that. So we continue into the story, and the story is, and but as I was saying, he's not the fastest, but he can run long distances. He can run longer distance than anyone else mostly because he has better stamina than the rest, and he knows how to control with his speed. He knows how, if he needs to get to like a certain place fast, he knows to like control his speed to make it so he doesn't waste so much stamina so fast. But even then, he could still run at a faster speed because he has more stamina. So that's still like he's just kind of working on his own stamina so then he can use it. So like he just has great endurance and all that. It's insane. And if he takes like a break in a fight, like if he's ever fighting and there's like this little point where he has like somewhat of a rest time where he's not really swinging or anything, he gains a lot of stamina back just from that, because he's just good at gaining back his stamina, and plus he already has so fucking much that it doesn't fucking matter if he takes a break. But obviously that's not really like an anime fact or anything. There's no fact about Gyutaro having great stamina or anything like that. I just gave it to him because how I wanted his training to be. So his stamina and endurance is just amazing. And that's not, and his strength was it was a very good part, even before he was even turned into a demon. Like he went, as I said before in like the first episode, he went through a sword, and canonically he went through a katana dead through the center through it to cut that samurai's face open. So basically he's capable of going through that at least. So he's strong enough to do that, and he's strong enough to leap himself in the air, so like he could jump up in the air pretty high. So even from being on like prone, he can still do that. So he's pretty fucking strong. He's a pretty strong guy. But he's not overly whelming strong, but he's still strong. But obviously with that, he was pissed. So that's a little something. So I can't really say 100% that was his, like, that was probably his full strength when he's pissed off, but not when he's calm. So his strength is a bit more different when he's calm, but still has a lot of strength. And again, he was a good fighter. He could definitely go fisticuffs pretty well and use a sickle pretty well, but a katana was a bit more difficult for him, obviously. So yeah. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it off there, and we'll continue with this in the next episode. So yeah. But I really hope you guys will enjoy this series. Again, I say that a lot, but obviously that's because I'm pouring a lot of effort into this series. I'm gonna try to keep it slower than other series. I'm trying to like make it so like it's slower but not too fast. So then we can get a lot of episodes in before we run out of anime time, because I'm not gonna get into the manga, as I said before. So yeah, I want this series to kind of grow with the anime. So like, it might take a while to like finish it, but still, it would grow. I wanted it to kind of grow with the anime and like go with it. And if at some point I find it tiring to do that, like we should just finish it already, I would get into the actual manga. But as of right now, I don't want to do that. So yeah. But anyway, I think. But anyway. Fucking Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. But anyway, again, hope you guys really will enjoy this series. I'm gonna try to put some effort into this series. And it's gonna I think this is an original series. Probably someone has thought of it before, but never put it down or did it the way I'm doing it right now. So yeah, but I'm doing it the way I thought it would make the most sense. It would be the most in line with canon and all that stuff. But obviously I had to change the time to make it so I have like a timeline that should be better and all that stuff. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.